Okay, we just went to the hardware store or the home improvement store, picked up a couple 10-foot posts and some smaller ones so we can get the netting up high enough to where it will clear the A-frame coop, and obviously so we can walk under it. So now we just have to go and dig a hole. We're going to put one of the posts right here in the center of the chicken yard. This is the biggest area we have. So the post will hold up the middle of the netting so it won't sag. We bought these Rubbermaid bowls. They don't have any ridges on the bottom, they're smooth. And we're going to put these on the top of the post so that the netting doesn't rub against the post and it cut the net. So this is kind of our do-it-yourself cheap way of protecting the net. So I'm just taking a little bit of sandpaper and rubbing it across the bowl so that the spray paint will stick. What we did was, since these are white and the sun will deteriorate them eventually, we took some black spray paint and spray painted the bowl. So basically it's going to sit on the post kind of like that. This isn't the post we're using, but it's drying right now. And then we'll put the netting on top of that. And since it's smooth, it'll keep it from cutting the cord or the netting.
Okay, I dug the hole. I'm just looking to see how deep it is. I was going for 24 inches. I got about 22. Should be good. It doesn't freeze that deep around here. Next we'll put concrete in and get the post set and level.
Jason's just putting a few boards up to brace the pole so he can pour in the cement until it sets. We added an extension on top of the 10-foot post that we bought to make it a little bit taller so that up here on the hill, you know, the netting will be high enough for us to walk under. So it's pretty tall. Okay, we're just putting the bowls that we spray painted on top of the post. We'll screw it into place so it doesn't blow off. So there it is, the post with the bowl on top. Have you ever seen one of those before? Hey, you know, it's cheap, it's something that works. You don't have to put a lot of money into stuff like this. Just get creative. I'm sure the neighbors are wondering what we're doing. But as you can see, we have a toilet in the backyard, so I really am not concerned about that. Alright, so we're going to put the concrete in here and get it set, and then we'll start on the netting. Okay, we have the netting over the post up there, and then we have the one corner tied down. So we're just going to work from corner to corner to stretch it out. Looks like we caught a couple kiddos. Okay, now we have to stretch it over the chicken coop. We have all the corners tied in. There. And then this corner.
This is fun.
Alright, we're just going around the edges, tying it up and adjusting it as we go. So we'll probably have to go around it a couple times to get it just right. And then we'll come back in and take the braces off when the concrete is dry, and then we'll spray paint the hole black so that it doesn't stick out so bad, you know, blends in a little bit better. So now we're going to work on the part behind the barn. They go in the barn right there, and then it comes over to our compost barn, and then of our little coop here where we keep chicks from time to time. And then everything connects back to this big one. We're going to raise this up more here on this post probably, obviously, so we can, you know, we walk through here. So for this part, we have some hooks that we're going to screw into the barn and then put the netting on it and then just stretch it over this way.
You go, son.
What? Okay, now we're putting from this corner, or from the back of the barn, over to the compost barn. This is an an old post that's been here since before we lived here, so we're gonna go ahead and take it out so we can put a new post in and a taller post. Apparently this is the place to take a dust bath. We have 3 chickens in one spot. Is it gonna be 4? Oh, yep. That's the spot. Okay, so we have the new post in, and now we're just filling it up with concrete. Okay, we have the post in the ground, but it's not tall enough. So what we did over here is just, we had another post and we just cut it in half and screwed it on the back side.
It's called using what you got.
Yeah, we're just trying not to spend money here. Using what we have. So he's just putting these, what do you call those?
Additions.
Yeah, additions to the pole. Just gonna screw it into the one we just put in. Okay, so I'm going to give you the rundown of the completed project with the netting. And I know it's windy, so I'm sorry, because not much I can do right now. But I want to go ahead and get this update for you. So, you can see the back of the barn here. It attaches there to the eave of the barn. And then we use some zip ties to attach it along the cattle panel. There are some hooks up on the top part of, you go right through there. So those are screwed into the compost barn there. So it goes over there. And then for now, until I can get in here and do a little more fixing up, I just came in and tacked the netting in place with the little fence tacks. It's secure around the back through there. The netting comes across through here, and I've just got it tacked up again and around the side. This cattle panel wasn't big enough for this space right here. We took the little coop out that you saw, the little blue one. We took it out, and we are building this area here to replace the little coop. So anyway, that space is covered up by a cattle panel now, and we just had to put some hodgepodge fence pieces there to make it go all the way through so the chickens can't get out. And so the netting comes down and over, and that way it goes across through there. And of course you can see here it continues down the back of the barn, and we added a longer or a taller post right there to attach it to. And then we have it all the way down the bottom of the cattle panels there. I still need to trim that off, but it's attached up here at the top for now. Okay, so here's where you saw that we were doing the pole extensions to raise it up. So then we put a board across through here, attach the netting there. Got a little bit of I guess a string we put there to hold that corner up. It goes through there. And then so this opens up into the big yard. Hey, what are you doing there, quack quack? Alright, so you can see, I want to show you, I'm on the other side here. We've got this attached by those hooks, or they screw into the board. I know it's going to get windy now, I'm not behind the barn, but you can see right here we have a nylon string. It's going from this post to the middle. That holds up the netting even more, and we need to go and do the other corners. We just haven't made it to that point yet. We will get that done on these corners, and then that'll pull this netting up on the sides so that we can walk around the sides. But as you can see for now, this is working really well. We've got zip ties, you know, keeping it pulled down to the fencing, and we're going to replace these white ones with black ones. So you can see I am walking under this with, you know, the netting is not touching my head at all. This is really high. On the road, you can't even see this pole. I'm not really worried about it anyway. This is keeping my chickens inside the fence and safe from predators. So that's the whole purpose of us doing this, is to keep the chickens in and predators out. That's pretty much a wrap on what we did here. We just have a couple little things to tie up, and we will be done with this netting, and I'm really happy with it. I can let the chickens out in the mornings, and even if I don't get out here till after dark to put them up, I feel that they're safe. So it's been great. It's definitely well worth doing for us. So I recommend it if you have a problem with your chickens getting out of the fencing and worried about a hawk snatching them while they're out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and maybe it's helped you. I hope you will like and make sure that you comment and let us know what you think. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it.